Django and Python, JavaScript, tutorials for Jamie, this is Silva.
What the fuck, HTML?
There's only C.
Welcome back, everyone. Part 5, setting up a basic Django project, models and databases. Now, Django uses by default ORM, which stands for Object Relational Mapping, and basically it allows you to create a database with Python classes. And they look like this, and I try to pick in here some general fields, everything that you would do with a traditional database you can do in here. And yeah, I'm gonna drag this to my other screen, link in the description as always. All right, let's open the text editor. In models, my site news models, and in there let's create the class article to write some articles and inherit from models.model. Now this is known as a Django model, which traditionally you would name this as a database table. First field, let's make it a title, and it's equal to models char field, and you need to put the max length for char field. So max length, let's make it 200 characters. That's good. So a basic char field. Subtitle, and we can use in here also a char field, models dot char field, always max length for a char field, and in here we can make it blank equals true, and it will let you save it with an empty subtitle. I'm sorry. Let's continue and create an image field and say that it's equal to models dot image field parentheses. We need to choose where to upload to. Let's say that we're taking this to articles, and whenever you upload this, it will create the media folder in my site, and inside media it will create another folder named articles, and that's where your images will be. So this is why I wanted to configure the media files previously. Now let's say that it's blank. Whenever you submit a form in Django, it will let you submit as an empty field, and then you have null. Let's set it to true, so the null validates on the database side, and you can store an empty field in there as well. Okay, let's continue and create content. This time let's say that it's a text field. So a text field doesn't require you to have a max length. It's more flexible in that side. A date, models as always, dot date time field. We can put a different name on the table. Let's experiment that to see how it looks. And let's say auto now had to true. So whenever you create an article, it will automatically take note of the current date. One last field is active as a Boolean field. So I'm trying to make a general case for us to have common options for a database. That's almost done. There's one thing that I still want to do, which is to define a method. So this lets you know that you can define methods in Django models. Def double underscore string double underscore and self, so we can access anything inside here. And let's just return self dot title. So whenever we instance this model, we will see the title instead of some weird address. Okay, that's just it. Save. Now I'm gonna open the command line, and I have a lot of stuff going on here because I was saving things. Gonna clean it, and first thing I'm gonna do is to install Pillow. Because we are using images, we need to have Pillow. So pip install Pillow. Now it's time to get back to the migrations. We need to migrate this model. While it's installing Pillow, let me tell you about this. We have here in News a migrations folder. It's empty, it has PyCache, but what we want is to create a migration file so we can later migrate it to the database. And it's super simple. Alright, to create the migration files, we go with python manage.py make migrations, and it looks like this. And to migrate it, it's what we have done in the beginning of this mini course, python manage.py migrate. Now, if you noticed, when we ran the make migration command, it created a new migration file. It's in here. Now I'm going to migrate it, and it's going to apply it to the database. You know it's done when something like this appears. Now every time we change the database, we need to go through this process, make migrations and migrate. That's how Django works, and it's that simple. Now, what would be nice is to see this in the Django admin dashboard. But if we go there, let's go there. If we go there, it's still not showing up. Oh, I didn't run the server. Let's do that. Python manage.py run server. And yeah, it's still just showing authentication and authorization. So how can we make the article table show up in here? It's simple. It's simple, but I don't remember and I need my guide. Well, we go to admin.py, so my site news admin, and it's a matter of writing admin.site.register, and between parentheses you pass in the name of your Django model. Now we need to import from that model's article, so we have access. Can delete this comment. And now if we go back to the Django admin dashboard, articles will show up. We can create it. Let's see. We can create one article from here. Let's say my first article, some subtitle. Not very creative at this point. Let me look for some image. This article, it's going to be my first article, and it has an image on C. Is activate. I should have wrote active. Actually, we'll change it. So save, and here is your article. Now I'm not happy about this typo. Correct that. Is active. And what do we have to do when we change our database? Yes. You go to the command line, run make migrations, and pay attention to the migrations folder in use, and it's actually asking if you renamed the field is activate to is active. I'm gonna say yes. Created a new file, and now I'm going to run migrate to migrate the new migrations file. Might sound complicated, but it's always this. So it's running make migrations and then running migrate. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you are enjoying this. If you have something that you are not sure about, please let me know. I will get back to you. And like, subscribe, share, and let's go to the next video and display our articles that we have created in our template index.html. Let's go!